Cruise round South America in Star Princess in December 2018, Part 3. The Amalia Glacier, also known as the Skewer Glacier, is a tidewater glacier located in the Bernardo O'Higgins National Park on the edge of the Sarmiento Channel. The glacier originates in the southern Patagonian icefield. From 1945 to 1986, its terminus retreated 7 kilometers. Along with the recession of the O'Higgins Glacier, this represents the most dramatic retreat of the glaciers of this icefield during that period. The glacier partially surrounds the Reckless volcano and erodes the northern flank of it. And so on to Punta Arenas, capital of Patagonia, but still in Chile, by the way. First, just a bit of historical background to Bernardo O'Higgins. How could someone called Bernardo O'Higgins become such an important figure in South American politics? He was born in the Chilean city of Chillán in 1778, the illegitimate son of a Spanish officer originally from County Sligo in Ireland, and who became governor of Chile and later viceroy of Peru. Bernardo spent his early years with his mother's family in central southern Chile and was never openly acknowledged by his father. But at age 15, O'Higgins was sent to Lima by his father, who supported him financially and was concerned with his education. Bernardo's father became Viceroy of Peru, and at 17, Bernardo was sent to London to complete his studies. There, studying history and the arts, O'Higgins became acquainted with American ideas of independence and developed a sense of nationalist pride. He joined a Masonic lodge dedicated to achieving the independence of Latin America. Bernardo's father died in 1801, leaving him a large piece of land. He returned to Chile in 1802 and began life as a gentleman farmer. In 1806 he was appointed as a representative of Laja. In 1808 Napoleon took control of Spain, triggering a sequence of events in South America leading towards national independence, in which Bernardo would play a leading role. Bernardo took effective command at a crucial moment in the battle against Spanish attempts to reconquer Chile. Eventually O'Higgins and his royalists won against the Spanish, and Chile became an independent republic with Bernardo the country's ruler. But back to Punta Arenas. This was one of several tender ports on the cruise. Quite an exciting trip.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? Please remain seated with your head and arms inside the tender at all times and follow the instructions given by the crew members. In case of emergency, life jackets are placed under your seat. Exits are located on either side of the tender, and crew members will advise you of any actions to take. Please make yourself familiar with notices displayed. You are reminded that smoking is not permitted at any time while in the tender. Thank you.
We arrived in Punta Arenas actually on Christmas Day, so pretty much everything in the town was closed. But wandering around, it clearly is a very nice, clean, prosperous town with lots of Spanish colonial architecture. Really quite a very nice place, really. Maurizio Brown and Josefina Menendez made their fortune out of supplying the ships that had to pass by the city of Punta Arenas as they rounded Cape Horn before the Panama Canal was built. The Brown-Menendez Palace represents the golden age of the Magallanes region in the extreme south of South America, and its original furniture and historic objects kept as they originally were back then. For many years, the Palazzo Brown-Menendez was the home of Sarah Brown, a Russian woman who married the Portuguese entrepreneur and sheep-raising pioneer José Nogueira. Brown commissioned French architect Numa Meyer to construct the mansion using materials brought from Europe. We did eventually manage to find an hotel that was open and get a bite to eat and a cup of coffee, and of course we met Santa Claus. Bizarrely, one of the tourist attractions in Punta Arenas is the cemetery. It is the most remarkable place, full of quite remarkable buildings, mausoleums. It's perhaps the most well-kept and beautiful cemetery that I have ever come across. With the local sleeping dog, of course. We were also amazed to find a quarter in the cemetery which has got lots of Scottish graves. Not sure what the background to this is, whether they were settlers or whether they were trying to round a horn and got shipwrecked. So I'm not entirely sure what the history is behind it all. but it is a bit strange. Santander Bank gets everywhere. And so quite a bumpy ride back to the ship. Very windy as well.
Merry Christmas, by the way.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Spanish?
No.
Spanish?
Where are you from?
No,
England.
not much.
Really?
He's from England.
No. That didn't sound English to me.
Yeah.
Hold on to your phone so casual and it's over the side, you know, right?
No, I'm holding on to it really tight actually. Yeah. And more. My fingers are frozen.
You're not holding it because you want to, it's because you can't move them.
Well, it's one way to safety.
Yeah. Did you buy food here today? Did you get breakfast or lunch?
Yeah, we had coffee and
Yeah.
something, yeah.
Was it expensive?
Yes.
Oh, it wasn't cheap, no.
Well, it wasn't a hotel. It's one of the few places that's open.
Sailing through the Beagle Channel to Ushuaia, now in Argentina.
근데 구경하는 관광하는 사람이 이런 겨울에 오면 그 정도도 관광할 게 없어. 뉴질랜드하고 똑같이.
저쪽 좀 봐요. 저쪽.
A bit of light relief from all this sightseeing. We didn't really see much of Ushuaia itself as we were spending the day on a trip to Tierra del Fuego National Park. But from the coach, the impression was anyway that it seemed to be almost like a bit of a frontier town, and certainly very different from Punta Arenas. The Tierra del Fuego National Park is on the Argentine part of the island of Tierra del Fuego in the Patagonic Forest and Altos Andes, a part of the subantarctic forest. Established in 1960, it was the first shoreline national park to be established in Argentina. The park has dramatic scenery with waterfalls, forests, mountains and glaciers. Its 630 square kilometres includes parts of Fagnano and Roca lakes. The Senda Costera, that is coastal path, connecting Ensenada Bay to La Pataya Bay on Lago Roca, is a popular hiking trail within the park. Forests of Antarctic Beach, Lenga Beach and Koyu in the lower elevations of the park are home to many animal species. There are 20 species of terrestrial mammals, including the guanaco, Andean fox, North American beaver, European rabbit and muskrat. Among the 90 species of birds are the kelp goose, torrent duck, austral parakeet, Andean condor, blackish oystercatcher and Magellanic oystercatcher. So there. We were only there for a very short time in a very limited area, so we only saw a few ducks and geese. Better than nothing, I suppose. If you're really keen, you can send a postcard postmarked with End of the World. This is a fungus that grows in practically every tree within the park.